tonight, Professor Gadget is in the studio. He used to be known as Jim George.
Yes.
Now everybody knows him as Professor Gadget. Everywhere he goes, they say, "Where's your cape, Professor?"
Live and in person.
Yeah. I like your new shirt there. I like the color. I think it's very attractive.
Oh, okay. I'm
Very professional.
doing my best. I got all new shirts coming, and they just haven't come yet.
No, they look nice.
So Jim has some gadgets he's going to give away today.
Yes.
I'm going to let him explain this. And here's how we're going to do this. We're going to ask you to call the office line, leave your name and your phone number on the answering machine. The number is 732-8000. We can only take calls between now and when Jim leaves, but we will not announce the winner until just before Fun with Joe, because we won't be able to get the names off the list, okay? So we'll give you half. It's one of those quickie giveaways. But what are we giving away? What do you have?
Okay, well, the first thing is you've heard me speak about the little battery charger that you can put in your purse or in your car or whatever. And after it's charged, it can charge your cell phone within minutes instead of having to plug your cell phone in.
Right.
Well, here's a brand new one in a box
This
with
is
the
made
cord and
by
everything.
Ross.
Right, and this one happens to plug into your USB port of your computer to charge it. And then after it's charged, you plug it into your cell phone to charge.
And that'll charge your phone very quickly.
Very quickly.
Okay.
Wow.
Very quickly. I'd say in less than 2 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. That's great.
That's awesome.
And then here we talked about, some of the callers have called in and said that when we spoke about surge protectors, they had actually gone out and purchased whole house surge protectors. Here is a $150 plus surge protector for your whole house. It installs very easy, and it's got the approval of Mike Holmes on it, who is one of those homes on homes guy. He does remodeling and homes.
Okay.
No, he's not John's
so
brother.
it's you got a great Christmas gift if you got it and just gave it away.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool. That is really great.
So there you go.
There you go.
Like it has buttons on it.
So there's nobody here to answer the business line right now, but if you call it, it'll roll over to the answer machine.
And what is that number?
732-8000.
Yep.
And later on, before we go on the air with Joe during Fun with Joe at about 11:45, Robin will get all the names, put them into a box, and we'll pick one name, and that one person will get both of those gifts. Does that sound fair?
cool.
Sounds great.
Nice.
That is nice.
Yeah. So let's see. We're just a few days. You doing anything this weekend? A lot of stuff to do this weekend.
On this weekend, no. Next weekend is very busy for me. What did you have announced?
Let's see. Tonight we have the thing Matthew is doing downtown on the square.
Symphony Under the Lights.
Okay.
Not on the
Tell
square,
us.
but I mean on the at City Hall.
Right.
We'll be
Plus the First Friday Art Walk.
yeah. First Friday
the
Art
First
Walk is
Friday,
tonight,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll be out there umpatting. But
Yeah, the answer is yes. We will be there. My wife loves the First Friday.
Oh, nice.
but you'll probably more appreciate what's going on down at City Hall because that's the orchestra. That's awesome.
Oh,
So
Yeah, but the First
we'll
Friday.
understand if we don't see you.
But the First Friday Art Walk runs from 6 to 9. The symphony starts at 7. So
you could do
and they
both.
run for an hour.
last
so
time we
you'll be
saw
able-
you were like at the end of the street. All the way.
Not this time.
All right.
No, this time we're by Artists Alley.
Oh,
Yep.
You know where the chocolate shop is?
I do.
You got to get some chocolate, by the way.
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
just
Do you like
three
cho- are you a-
stores
do you like
away.
chocolate?
No, my wife. I'm not a sweet guy. I'm
you
a
are.
sour. I'm a sourpuss.
You're a sweet guy.
Oh, yes, you are.
But if you walk into that chocolate store, it just smells so good.
It's wonderful. They have all sorts
They
of
have-
things there.
Well, I don't know if they have this. I shouldn't say.
What? It could be special order.
Well, it was another chocolate shop we went into that had chocolate erotica.
Oh, I see. I see. Yep.
Things shaped,
Yeah, I know.
chocolate shaped like things.
Yep.
Yeah.
I fully understand.
And then tomorrow, the Kingdom of the Sun concert band has a concert
Yep.
at Marion.
MTI.
Yeah, and then also on Sunday they're doing it.
Yep. Yep, they most
It's
certainly
kind of
are.
a big weekend.
It is. a
Yeah.
big weekend.
Oh, and Dr. Erica Olstein, the acupuncture lady, she's having a fundraising event tomorrow night at the college from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's called Steps to CF. They're raising money for scholarships, and it's called Pokin' for a Claus.
Okay. 4 o'clock.
Santa Claus will be there, an elf will be there. Dr. Erica Olstein will be there. About 36 vendors will be there. It's a free
Wow.
event at the College of Central Florida tomorrow. And tomorrow is the Hops.
Yeah.
The Historical Cala Preservation Society.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can hear us play music on 8th Avenue at one of the homes, or you can just tour the homes and
Tour
see
the
the
homes.
beautiful Victorian decorations
Yeah, we like
inside
the
and
homes.
out.
My wife likes to go to all those. And
That's tomorrow night.
Yep, that's very good. Well, it just shows that Ocala is definitely up and coming. I mean, we've always been, as far as I'm concerned, a great center, a place to live. I mean, I moved here 32 years ago, and I've just never saw anything like it. And I said, I'm staying.
It's a nice town, and
Yeah, I love it.
Why not?
Everything's good. Rolling hills, live oak trees. I think I told you, Ocala has 600 lakes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Wow.
told me that or not.
600 lakes. yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, you get a brochure from the Chamber of Commerce one day and thumb through it, and you'll be surprised all the things we have.
Are you a fisherman?
I do fishing occasionally, but I love it. I just don't have time.
So on Thanksgiving, Doug and I went for the first time to Gander Mountain,
Oh, yeah.
and there's a lot of technology involved with fishing.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep.
I mean, it'll show you where the fish are, how deep the fish are. There's a thing to attract the fish
Attract fish.
with a signal or something.
Yeah. Well, I know when I went on the boat with
With Joe?
Joe and his wife, he had a depth finder, and it was telling him how
I'm glad
deep
you said
the water-
finder.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought you were going to say charger. A
depth locator.
depth.
How deep are we?
How deep
Yeah.
was it? How deep was it where you were?
I don't remember all that. I think he had difficulty hooking up. He's a little bit technically challenged.
He's watching you. He's watching you.
I think he was going to return it.
My brother has one of these. My brother Bill, and he took me out on a boat
Yes, he did.
someplace down in Sarasota, and it said 3 feet. I said, "We're in the middle of a lake. It's only 3 feet deep." He said, "Yeah."
Oh my
There's some
gosh.
places where it's really
Yeah.
really shallow.
Yeah.
So
I don't even remember the lake we went on, but I know the bottom of it was full of weeds and grass, and we tried to throw the anchor over many times, and all we did was drift. It would get caught in the weeds and leaves, and
Wow.
just pull itself free and drift. It was a windy day, and that's why. Normally, I think we would just be sitting still, but it was blowing the boat around. But it was a great time. And I see you're still giving away the TVs.
Yep,
yeah,
we are.
yeah. We got
Right.
till the 21st. 21st is when we
Fantastic.
pick one winner.
Exactly.
Or two winners rather.
And Joe and Tish are here, so if you do want to call in to have your name in, there will be a real person to answer the phone now.
They won't know what you're
A
doing,
real
but
person.
I know. I'll tell them during the break.
Oh boy.
yeah. So if you were going to be if you knew in advance that you were going to be on a deserted island, if you knew in advance, but you could only take one device with you, maybe aside from a phone, because that's kind of an easy one. What would you want? What kind of device would you
So
want?
device, you mean a survival device or an
I don't know.
entertainment
yeah,
device?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, anything. Like I saw this thing in Best Buy. I couldn't believe it. Walkie-talkies that go 35 miles. Have you heard of this?
Well,
When I was a kid, it was like an eighth of a mile if
Yeah.
you were lucky.
Yeah.
35 miles. Am I reading that right, or am I?
no, you are, but it's under ideal conditions that never to be repeated. It's one of those type of things. Like we have walkie-talkies made by Motorola, and it will say on there 5 miles, 6 miles. We're lucky that we can go floor to floor with them. If you're on the top floor and I'm on the bottom floor, because it's
Really?
going through all the concrete and
Oh.
steel and everything. But have we ever tested them? Like you go to one end of the mall parking lot and I go to the other? No, we've never have. We've just only tested them at work. But they don't go very far. But they work. The idea is you can talk to another person that you cannot see. And so,
Do you know what I remember? I remember when Alex was little. I don't think I had a cell phone yet, and I would go to the grocery store and I'd take the walkie-talkie. It was only
Right.
it was only a block and a half away. So I would take the walkie-talkie. I'd go to the magazine rack because he loved strategy guides for video games. So I would say, "Let me tell you what's here. You tell me which one you want me to buy." And so
That
that's
is cool.
that's how we used walkie. Actually, had a use for it.
Yeah.
Most of the times you get it, it's just for fun, right? It's just
Yeah,
silly
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
You know what fakes me out a lot? I still get shocked by it. Is a person talking to you, and he's not talking to you. He's on his cell phone.
Oh yes.
You don't see the cell phone,
Oh gosh,
yeah.
yes.
and he's just talking away. Like, "Oh hi, how are you today?" And I'm going, "Fine." No, and he's waving me off. Oh yeah,
Oh, I know. I saw seven. I was in the grocery
gee.
store. $7 for bologna, and I'm looking. I think what is that made out of gold?
That's right.
And I heard the guy next to me say, "That is so stupid." I said, "I know." And then he was on one of those hands-free devices
Yeah.
talking. And he
Oh
looked
my
at me like,
gosh.
"What do you mean you know?"
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about the $7 bologna.
I know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's really quite scary. Think about
It
that.
is.
I mean, years ago when I first moved into Ocala, I saw several people that would be walking down the street and talking to themselves. And when I finally knew everybody, they said, "Oh yeah, he's so and so. He's got."
You
this,
know all the talkers, the
he's
cell
got-
focus.
yeah, right.
He's got this problem, and he talks to an imaginary
Sure,
friend.
sure.
And now all these people are talking to imaginary friends.
Yeah, right.
They all have a Harvey someplace. Harvey, the magical bunny,
Rabbit. Yeah.
Did I show you the
Yeah.
picture of my uncle when he was a little boy, 1927?
I don't think so.
I got to show it to you during the break. He's holding what looks to me to be a cell phone. I think we found a time traveler photo in my own family.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
I think so. All right, we'll take a little break. We're having fun with Jim George as always. Don't forget, he's got 2 devices he's giving away this half hour. You won't find out if you win, though, until about about 25 minutes before 12.
Yeah.
Right? That's when
Good job.
that's when we'll do
About
this.
20 till because we've got.
So the 2 devices
Weinstein.
are a surge protector for the whole house, which sells for how much?
About 135, 150.
Wow. And then the other one, which is a quick charge device for cell phones. How much does that sell for?
Probably about 30.
So if you want to win both of them, you have to call and say, I want to be in the running. We need your name and your phone number, and Robin will call you back. You don't even need to be listening at that time.
Right. Exactly.
But this is the only time we're going to ask you to call during Jim George's show. So you got 15 minutes left to get the call in. 732-8000 is the number. If somebody answers, just tell them. If you go to a machine, just leave the message. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Mostly cloudy today and becoming windy with a few showers, high 73 to 77. Mostly cloudy and breezy tonight with a shower along the coast. The overnight low in the upper 50s well inland, upper 60s along the coast. For tomorrow, clouds and breaks of sun with a gusty wind and a passing shower, high 75 to 79. Sunday, mostly cloudy and breezy with a shower, high 76 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
The very best in quality is Captain T's upholstery.
Is that couch cushion sinking lower every time you sit in it? Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's upholstery.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Located in Ocala, Rinstar Medical Research has offered a wide range of clinical research trials for 17 years. Rinstar conducts clinical trials for conditions such as migraines, memory decline, fibromyalgia, and sun-damaged skin. To learn more, call Rinstar at 352-629-5800. Help us create a healthier tomorrow by volunteering today. Please call Rinstar at 352-629-5800.
All right, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Jim George is here. If you go into any gift store right now, you can see that technology is a hot item. I mean, it's really been the talk of the gift-giving season for the last decade or more.
Exactly.
And of course, big things like TVs have always been out there, you know?
Right. And people are starting to buy those drones
Yeah.
to scare away like crows and other
Really?
and squirrels around their bird feeder. I saw that the other day on a video where you know how you can't keep a squirrel off a bird feeder. The people build these bird feeders.
So they send
put
the
on-
drone out?
and they just send that drone out and fly around it, and the squirrels go crazy.
Well, that's kind of funny, isn't it?
I know it is fun.
Eventually, they'll get used to it, and you can maybe you can pick up a squirrel and just carry him somewhere else. Just grab onto him.
Oh, that's interesting. And set them in a neighbor's yard.
You could have like the claw. You know the claw game at Steak
Yeah.
and Shake or wherever they are.
Yep, pick up and take him over to the neighbors. Dump him off over there. That's fantastic. But the drones are definitely out. Every store you see almost has a drone in them.
You know what I did? I moved the camera so you're not centered. Now you're centered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was trying to show you the
I want to be centered.
the picture, the picture of my uncle in 1927.
That was spooky. You should tell the people what it was we just looked at.
We don't know what it is. It's a picture taken in 1927. My uncle maybe was 5 years old, maybe. I don't know.
Young, yeah.
In bed with my mom, who was his sister, and
Yeah.
and their mom, which is my grandmother, and
Right.
and he's got some kind of a device. Looks just like a cell phone to me.
It does. If you could blow that up digitally, I think we could definitely prove something here.
Some time travel.
Some time travel.
One of us went back in time.
But so deja vu happens quite a lot. I find it happening to me a lot. I don't know if you ever have it happen to you, where
Yeah.
you're in an incident and all of a sudden you say, I know exactly what this person is going to say. I've been here before.
Right.
And it's like spooky.
They have a deja vu app. Have you seen this? The
No,
app?
no.
Yeah, it's a game, I guess, mostly. But it's kind of like the 8-ball thing where it predicts the future.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very vague. Like you say, will there be a tomorrow? And it says, not sure.
Oh, it's like one of those 8 balls where you
Right.
Oh, yeah. Very interesting. Well, the technology is definitely upon us for the holidays, like you said. I mean, they have remote control light systems where you can turn your lights on in your yard, remote control. You say, why don't they just throw the light switch in the house and it activates an outlet outside? Well, they have timers. The idea is today's generation that are growing up using technology are far exceeding what we thought they would be doing.
So here's a question I have for you. You have a device there that you're giving away that will charge a phone in 2 minutes.
Right.
Why can't they make that happen all the time? Why can't you have a plug-in device that does that?
Well, the plug-in device is like, we call it a trickle charge. In other words, it charges the battery real slow so that it has the longevity of not being, let's say, pushed or exercised too hard. This is an occasion where you guys are out somewhere and your cell phone's dead and you don't have a charger. There's no place to go plug in a
So
charger.
if you use this too often, your phone will die soon?
No, it's just a different methodology of the way it charges. Have you seen the chargers that you can put next to your phone or set your phone on top of?
Do you know where I've seen them? I've seen them for hearing aids.
Okay.
Like people take out their hearing aids, there's a device on their, what do you call, night table next to the bed. They just put their hearing aids on it, and during the night they charge.
Yes. Well, that all goes back to the early days of Einstein and Faraday and Fleming. And basically what it says is that there's an electromotive force that has lines or fields, and they will cut through something else. In other words, if you're in a proximity of something, haven't you ever heard people say, I think the power lines over my house are causing me to go deaf or whatever, you know. They think that the power line field is cutting into their brain or cutting in. And this works on the technology that it actually is cutting through. In other words, the field, it's an invisible field like magnetism.
Right.
And you can see that field if you put particles out where you could see it. And it just cuts through the battery that's inside your cell phone and charges it. This device actually hooks up to your battery, and it throws a blast of energy at your battery. And your battery goes, whoops, and discharges real quickly. Now, if you're asking me if you use this exclusively every time you charged your battery, would it damage your battery? Probably so.
Oh, really?
But over what period of time? 1 year? And how long do you keep a cell phone for? Well, I shouldn't ask you.
As long
you
as I
probably had
can.
the very first one you've ever had.
I can.
Yours comes with a curly cord. It's still attached to the wall.
We keep it till it dies.
Well, like me, I don't ever
Going
change
now.
my cell phone unless I change a service. For instance, I was with AT&T. It did not work at my house. AT&T admitted it did not work at my house, and they let me out of the contract. Well,
You
that's
said, well,
fine.
never mind.
But in the meantime, I have a cell phone now that only works on AT&T. So what did I do? I went over to Sprint. Same thing. Didn't work at my house. I had a cell phone that I had to get. And now I have Verizon at my house. The cell phone works. I may never get rid of that cell phone. Why?
You just sold a Verizon phone.
It works.
Matt Wilkerson is very happy
in my
with you.
location. In my location.
Yeah, in your location.
Keep in mind that the cell phone coverage is not uniform across the United States.
So really, so is that because like Verizon owns more antennas or something?
No, it's a part of the area. If you looked at a map of AT&T and a map of Sprint, if you go to those stores, you'll see there are green areas and red areas.
But are they not? They don't share the. Like when you see a cell phone antenna, one company owns that, or do they share it?
Most tower companies, like American Tower and Crown Tower, they own the towers, and they rent or lease space on the tower to Verizon, AT&T. And if there's not enough customers in a certain area, AT&T may say, we don't want to rent space on that
That's
tower.
why there's no customers. I mean, wouldn't they get customers if they were renting space?
Well, you would think so. So what happens is they do share some hopping or roaming. Have you ever got a roaming charge, even though you have
In the beginning.
100% free?
In the beginning, I did.
Yeah, it was
So-
horrible.
You can still get roaming charges.
Expensive.
Well, I don't roam much anymore.
I mean, I went up into over by Palatka. I forget the name of this. St. George, I think it was. Yeah.
So that's what they call you.
And and I got a roaming charge on my cell phone. I said, what? They said, yeah, this is an area that nobody's on the towers except this one private guy. So if you're using his tower, he's going to charge you.
Private guy.
You know, what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So things like that.
Oh man,
It's really interesting. I came
Where
to
was that?
St. George. You take 314 up like you're going into Palatka area, and there's a lake there, St. George Lake, and you have to
You know, we were up in that area,
Wow.
and this has nothing to do with anything else, but we saw a soda vending machine on the corner working and just standing there by itself. No cover, no nothing. Just somebody
Yeah.
had I don't know if it had a
It was an
solar
obscure
cell, but it was
intersection.
working. You
Yeah.
could put money in and just buy soda.
And this was on in Ocala here.
No. Like in the area you're talking about,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Palatka area, somewhere around there.
That's one of those towns where they call it a one-stop light. You know, now you're in the town. And this is a one single
Get a
vending
soda
machine.
while you're at the stoplight.
vending
That's right.
machine.
we don't have enough money to put up a convenience store, but here's a soda machine.
Yeah, take a picture like a mom and pa kettle in front of a vending machine. Yeah, that's very funny.
Exactly.
So
Well, that's
we
pretty
might
cool.
see you this weekend. You might come
Yeah, I'll
stop
be
by.
glad to. Yeah. So it's tonight from 6 to 9,
That's the thing we're doing. Yeah.
and then tomorrow.
First
from,
Friday Art Walk, and tomorrow from 5 to 9.
Okay.
For hops,
That's
yeah.
the
And you're out-
that's the
And
candlelight
you're out
walk.
both nights doing your music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Tomorrow is such a pretty one because you're on a beautiful house porch. You know, you don't want to hang around us. What you want to do is go into the house and see all the decorations. These
Yeah.
people have really decorated their
We've
homes.
done that year after year, my wife and I. Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
just
they're
maybe if you
beautiful.
use the bathroom, flush the toilet. Just
Some of them had hot chocolate out on the front.
yes,
porch.
yes.
And cookies, yeah, they've
Ooh,
had some
cookies.
have had finger foods.
I'll have
It's
to
a
tell
very
my wife. She'll
elegant.
definitely love that. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening. You guys have a great Merry Christmas.
Do you have a favorite Christmas song? I'll make it as your outro
Do I
today.
have a great Christmas song?
a favorite one.
Oh, can we ask for more
I'll be
entries?
home for Christmas.
What is it? I'll be home for Christmas.
I'll be home for Christmas.
All right, let me- which-
When I was in Vietnam, that was our favorite
Oh
song.
man, that must
We
have broke
wanted
your
to be
heart.
home for
I
Christmas.
bet
Oh,
it did.
wow.
Hold on.
And if anybody wants to enter the contest, the phones are still open, so Tish will be answering the phone, and put your name in for Jim George's drawing.
Yep, you'll enjoy the product, I guarantee you.
All right.
Guarantee.
Let's see. I think I found Rascal Flatts doing it. Do you like Rascal Flatts?
I'm not really positive I
Not sure if you like
know
them.
that version.
Not sure if you like them or not.
No, I like Flax, but I just don't that version.
Oh, you don't like that version?
I don't know. I haven't.
Oh, you haven't heard it? Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
Well, here it comes. As soon as I
Okay.
get past the Wells Fargo commercial. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to wrap it up with I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Yes, thank you.
Jim George's request. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala. We'll be right back.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll bring in more stuff as we get closer to it. What happened?
Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree.
News Radio, I'm Joe Chiuro. The Labor Department releasing November employment statistics.
Non-farm payrolls rose by 211,000 jobs in November. 211,000 jobs. That is a slight beat of the estimates. And